Hello, the next free resource that I would like to demonstrate is called Nearpod. So I chose this particular resource because I typically always use Jamboard when having virtual discussions. However, I think it's important to expose my students to different media tools that they can use, just so they understand that we don't always have to be just stuck on one digital resource. We can have them practice and utilize multitude of resources that are available to them. The purpose of this resource, from what I would use it in my classroom, there's a bunch of ways you can use it. However, the way I would use it is to have students participate in collaborative discussions that are being held virtually. The two ICT standards that I found that would be covered using this resource would be 2.5 Designer. Educators design authentic, learner-driven activities and environments that recognize and accommodate learner variability. And 2.6 Facilitator. Educators facilitate learning with technology to support students' achievement of the ICT standards for students. So how to create this. So first, before I mention it, you can look up different resources out there already made in order to use something that someone has already made. So you're not having to recreate a resource that's already there for you. However, in order to make one, you can just click on create a lesson and then add content. And like I said earlier, I would use this to have virtual discussions. So there's a bunch of ways there's a bunch of different things you can do with this. However, I would have this having a collaborative board. So then click on the add once you click the one you want. And so here's what it looks like. So I can choose different ways that my board will look like to my students. Let's say I want this galaxy looking one, I would click on it. So then here, collaborative board, I'll just put the questions. So question, blah, blah, blah. So then description, I can kind of describe my question, whatever I want right there. I'm able to add an image it would like, and then down here, this is for students when they're ready to submit, they can share their thoughts. So once my collaborative board is done and I like it, I can click save. Then once I'm here, save and exit. And then I have my board right here. Once it's done uploading, I'll show you what it's like. So I can do these different ways. Oops, where did it go? Sorry, I don't know where it went, but I got us back on the page. So then I can do this different ways. I can do a student pacing. However, like I said, I like to have virtual discussion, so I would do a live participation. And then now it gives me a code. So I would just display this code on my smartboard. My students would go onto Nearpod, enter this code, and then it'll take them to this. So this is what it'll look like. It has my question, my description, and then down here, all the spots is for places for students to add their thoughts. So students can go ahead and add their thoughts, submit it, and then here it is. So here it says teachers. The students obviously would say students, but they can add as many as they would like. One disadvantage about this is that when it's doing their thoughts, they do have a word count. However, I feel like that'll help students to condense the information that they feel is important, and then students can also like what each other are saying. They can add a picture, a video, audio, a GIF, however you would like to use it. Thank you.